What's happening? Trying to get my ankles right so you can see the hero, new shirt. But we'll get to that. Let me stay in order. So good morning. Happy Tuesday. Today is the 22nd of June. 2 days to my birthday. I don't know how it snuck up on me, especially because I've been doing a countdown every day. But late last night, I was like, oh my goodness, it's 2 days to my birthday. Anyway, it snuck up on me. I don't know how, but it did. So 2 days to my birthday, 22 days into the Sekou birthday challenge. We'll talk about that in a minute. And today I got a text from my friend Rush who said that today is Film Festival Tuesday. He sent me that text this morning. So let's just talk about that for a second. So what he means is that today is the day that the Roxbury International Film Festival is showing our film, his and mine. I'm the director and he's the star. It's a documentary short called Test Driving While Black. And if you've been on the New Thought Media Network for a while, you might have seen it. I did a screening and talk back with Reverend Robert, who was the founder of the New Thought Media Network, and Reverend Z. So the three of us, me, Reverend Z, and Reverend Rush, he's also a reverend. We're surrounded by reverends. And Reverend Rush, the three of us had a talk back right here on the New Thought Media Network. So if you missed it, look around, see if you can find it. It was really good. But if not, later today, 4:30 Eastern time, there's going to be a screening of Test Driving While Black. It's going to be on the Roxbury Film Festival website. So I'll throw that up. It's just roxfilmfest.com. And then right after that, at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing a talk back. The film is a short, as I said, so it's going to be screened in a block of shorts. There's like 5 or 6 shorts that will be screened together, and then all the filmmakers will be doing a talk back right after that. So anyway, all that said, today is Film Festival Tuesday. So please check out Roxbury Film Festival and check out the film. Excited about that. So this dovetails nicely with what I wanted to talk about, because I guess I didn't really say what the film is about. So in very broad terms, it's a true story about what happened to me and Rush here in Nashville when we were test driving a car. It was a racially charged incident that got a little bit dangerous, and everyone was fine and we all survived, but we decided to make a film about it. And because of its racial nature, when I get interviewed about this film, people often ask me about George Floyd. And what I have been quoted as saying several times is that George Floyd is the Edmund Pettus Bridge of our time, or in other words, the Bloody Sunday of our time. And if you're not sure what I mean, in the 60s, Martin Luther King and John Lewis, the late Representative John Lewis, and several others led a march over the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Alabama as a peaceful protest for voting rights at the time. And they were attacked by, I was about to say the police, but no, state troopers. They were attacked by state troopers as they crossed the bridge. As they got to the foot of the bridge, they were attacked. And there were news cameras there and photographers there. And so the coverage of that event went worldwide. Now, those types of events have been happening frequently, but the coverage was new. The coverage it took over everything. And so the rest of the world got to see the way these white state troopers were treating these peaceful protesters who were Black. And so that changed the nature of the civil rights movement. There was a before Bloody Sunday and there was after Bloody Sunday. And in much the same way, I feel like there's a before George Floyd and an after George Floyd. And what happened to George Floyd, unfortunately, is something that has been happening in the African American community for a while. But everyone was home because of the pandemic and everybody was watching their screens. And so in the same way as Bloody Sunday, George Floyd's tragedy was broadcast across the world, and it created this shift. So all that said, if you watched yesterday, I was talking about my jog and my experience with the deer that was wagging its tail and how these 3 words came to me: flash, fitness, and faith, right? And I watched a little bit of Selma because it was on this week. Selma was on this week. And the Selma is the story essentially of Bloody Sunday and some other things around that time. And what's interesting about watching a film that you've seen before is that the film is the same, but you are different, invariably. No matter when you watch it again, you're different. And if you've changed a lot since the last time you saw the film, you'll notice different things. So this time, even though I was just kind of in and out of the room and not fully paying attention, what really stood out to me was this moment that illustrated what I was just talking about: flash, faith, and fitness. So in one of the early times that Martin Luther King and John Lewis tried to cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge, because they tried several times before they were successful, everyone was assembled. 600 people were assembled at the top of the bridge. And down at the foot of the bridge, they could see the state troopers. And the state troopers parted ways like the Red Sea. And Martin Luther King didn't like the feel of it, but he didn't say that out loud. What he did was he knelt down and he prayed. And he turned around and walked away without saying anything. And so slowly, the rest of the protesters turned around and followed him. And there was a lot of anger and vitriol and confusion about what happened. But this is what I'm talking about. So he got a flash. He got a flash, just a glimmer that something was amiss, right? And then he prayed briefly in that moment, and he had to have faith to follow whatever it was that came to him, because he's got 600 people waiting. People have traveled from across the country to be here for this march. And it looks like the way has been opened. To the naked eye, it looks like this is what we've been waiting for. And so he had to have a lot of faith to go against the grain and walk away. And he had to have the fitness to persevere past all of the angst and anger and all of the second guessing and all the questioning, everything that happened after that. And when someone finally pressed him for an answer, they said, just tell us something. He said, I would rather people be angry at me than bleeding and dying in the street. That was his flash. And he had the faith to move on it, and he had the fitness to persevere despite everything else that came after that. And so that's the task, right? The task for us is to find the flash, because it's not going to look the way we want it to look. It's not going to be as clear and direct as we want it to be when we're praying for direction. It's going to be a glimmer. It's going to be a glimpse. It's going to be a deer wagging its tail in the woods and then disappearing, right? It's going to be brief. So you have to be able to identify the flash and then have the faith to follow through. Because that deer, in my case, that deer didn't say, come on, follow me. I had to have faith to follow the deer. And King had to have faith to follow his intuition. So you have to have faith to follow through. And then you have to have the fitness to persevere through all of the things that are coming after that, all the negative things. You got to stay the course. And so I think that's a brilliant example of what occurred to me during what I'm calling now my deer run. And it really connects well with this film, with the fact that it's Film Festival Tuesday, because this film is about, the work of social justice. So that's what I got today. That Martin Luther King in the movie Selma. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a very impactful film, and everyone should know about Bloody Sunday and what that meant to the civil rights movement. Also, please check out our film, Mine and Rush's Test Driving While Black. Again, it is screening tonight in the Roxbury Film Festival at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and 5:30 p.m. Eastern is the talkback. All that happens on the website right there, roxfilmfestival.com. Okay, so now that I got through all that, I got some homework for you. Your homework is to identify the flashes, because we're all praying for something, right? We're already praying for something, and we've already gotten answers. That's what I'm standing on. We've already gotten answers, but they didn't look the way we thought they looked. We thought they didn't look the way we wanted them to look, right? But you've already got answers. So look around for the flashes. Look around for the answers to the prayers that you've already been praying for. because the answers are already there. Like that's what I'm working with. Like you've been praying for something and you think you haven't got an answer, but I contend that you have got an answer, but it didn't look the way you wanted it to look. So identify the flashes. That's your homework and mine too. I'm talking to me. So I hope you get something out of it too. All right, so that said, I'm gonna take a quick elevator music break, and then we're gonna do the hero hoodie update. Oh, the hero update. So I said the hero update instead of the hero hoodie update because it's gotten so big now. It's not just hero hoodies anymore, is it? We got hero t-shirts, we got hero socks, we got hero masks. Like it's not just hero hoodies anymore. So I'm gonna have to change the name. It can't just be hero hoodies anymore. And maybe I'll go with what Rev Mel has been saying, the hero ministry. You guys can vote on that. Whenever you see this broadcast, you can put it in the chat and I'll check it out later. Hero movement, or hero ministry, or hero movement ministry, or maybe something else that I haven't even thought of. But I think whatever I call it has to be bigger than hoodies now because it is taking on a life of its own. And by the way, I didn't do the acronym yet today. So HERO is an acronym for helping everyone reaps optimism. In other words, giving back helps you. And today, as you can see, I'm wearing the blue and white hero t-shirt. This I created in support of the Zetas of Louisville, Kentucky, because they were supporting me. They invited me to come to Louisville, Kentucky and do, at the time, a hero hoodie drop. So I took a bunch of hoodies to Louisville and we made gift bags and we took them to some women's shelters there in Louisville, Kentucky, and also in Mississippi. So very excited to do that. We're very excited to be in support of the Zetas of Louisville, Kentucky. Also, one of the Zetas, Jacinta, the team captain in Louisville, she has been participating in the Sekou birthday challenge, and she's been rocking her hero t-shirt as she works out. And I gotta tell you, it works. It works. Like there's something psychological about it. When you're working out and you look down and you see that you've got hero on your chest, you do more. You do more than you would otherwise. So shout out to Jacinta. I appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh, speaking of which, so the challenge, I should just give you a quick update. We're up to 42 people, which I'm still astounded by. And the reports are coming in, great stuff. People have been losing weight, losing inches, fitting pants that they haven't been able to fit for a while. Oh, we got the oldest participant at 81 years old. Rev Mel's mom has gotten involved, which is very exciting. So we've got quite an age range now in terms of participants. So I'm excited that all that is happening. And just a reminder, I am doing a t-shirt drive, a hero t-shirt drive, and a sock drive, a hero sock drive. So if you want to get in on that, just come on over to the website, which is just giveherohoodies.com. So the t-shirts and the socks and the hoodies are all go-go. Go-go meaning get one, gift one. Get one, gift one. You get one for yourself, and I will gift a brand new of the same item to the unhoused. So if you get a t-shirt, it'll be a brand new t-shirt that I gift to the unhoused. If you get socks, it'll be brand new socks that I gift to the unhoused. If you get a hoodie, you get the idea. And so the excitement there, the thrill there is that they get brand new items. And I've come to understand through my work with them and with my work with my team captain in Walls, Mississippi, Lenora, that having brand new items is not even something that's thought about when you're in that space of being unhoused and just trying to get food and shelter. So I'm very excited to be uplifting their spirits in that way. And plus, as I've said before, it's a wearable affirmation. Like you can look down at your chest and also have other people call you by what's on your chest. Because I've had it happen to me just moving around in Nashville. I've had people call me a hero just because they see it on my chest. Most notably Santa Claus. Around Christmas time, Santa Claus was like, "Hey, hero, ho, ho, ho," which was pretty funny. Anyway, so if that's happening for me, it's also happening for them as they move around the city wearing something that says hero. I know that there are people who are identifying them as heroes just because they see it on their chest. So I'm grateful, so grateful to be doing all that work. Please support me. My goal is to show up at the third annual Teas and Tea event, which is coming up exactly a month from my birthday, July 24th. My goal is to show up at that event for the Unhoused with 25 t-shirts and 25 pairs of socks. So help me with that goal by going to the website, giveherohoodies.com, and making a purchase. All right, so I think that's it for me. Please tune back in at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern for Rev Melissa, where I'll be producing the show and probably popping in to say a few words. And if you get a chance, check out the film festival, Roxbury Film Festival, later tonight. My film will be screened at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and there'll be a talk back at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So until then, keep doing, be a hero, be your own hero, and remember that now is better than perfect. Appreciate it.